In the year of 2023, you would think that brands would know there are certain things you just do not do. And one of the things you do not do is take a tragedy and then try to monetize it. It happened. Biore is now apologizing for said ad, and we are going to be talking all about that. We also have lots more to share with you, including the rebirth of REM Beauty post Forma Brands apocalypse. What is the new direction for REM? Who are the new players? And will Ariana even have very much of a say in what happens from here on in? A brand is recalling one of their products for a microbiological contamination, and the reaction to it on Instagram has been pretty mixed. I want to kind of talk with you and see what you think about the situation. I'll definitely be sharing my opinion because that's what I do. And then after that, as promised, we have a ginormous, massive, mega product report with so many new releases. It is blush and lipstick week here on What's Up in Makeup, so hang tight. We are about to jump into it right now. Hello, my friend. Welcome back to What's Up in Makeup, where we talk about everything that is happening in the beauty space right now, all in one place. Because I can't bear to start with the Biore story, let's start with Ariana Grande's REM. So they are now free of their Forma Brands contract. It seemed like the way that worked was that Morphe/Forma Brands had approached Ariana on the Sweetener tour and was like, hey, you want to start a beauty brand? And she was like, yeah, that sounds cool. But they didn't actually own REM Beauty. It was more of a licensing contract. So for example, Forma Brands was paying for their Instagram advertising and their photo shoots and things like that, but they were not the parent company of the brand. Because of that, Ariana was able to free her brand from this company, unlike Jaclyn Cosmetics, who was a Forma brand who could not free herself and ended up being sold. Ariana was able to buy out her contracts for about $15 million, and now she is on her own. And I guess she needed money because she now has a lot of big investors. This includes Sandbridge Capital for global growth and Strand Equity, along with previous partners with the brand that include Live Nation Entertainment and Universal Music Group. According to a press release, quote, this partnership represents an opportunity to optimize REM Beauty's global potential through continued product innovation, talent acquisition, and geographic expansion to support the brand's surging global demand. Ariana did talk about the new influx of cash into her brand. This is what she said, quote, this has been a truly inspiring time for me as a founder, turning my passion for art, self-expression, and makeup into reality, and watching REM Beauty find its wings, especially now during this new era for the brand. The problem with this that we have seen in the beauty space in the past is that this can kind of create a too many cooks in the kitchen kind of situation. And when you have all of these big corporation companies, these big investment companies have such a high stake in the brand, we don't know exactly how much, but it seems like it's a lot based on the article that's linked down below. The founder doesn't necessarily have as much power as they would have without as many investors. So the question is there anybody in this whole madness that knows anything about cosmetics and how to really truly grow a beauty brand? And the answer to that is probably yes, because Ariana has hired a new CEO for her company. Her name is Michelle Shigmasa, and Michelle previously worked at Murad and Smashbox. Her statement about her hiring is very close to Ariana's. She said, I joined Ariana and REM Beauty because I believe in both Ariana's overall vision and the brand's fundamental values, which will be at the core of everything we do. And this is the thing, is we have seen how involved Ariana has been in this process. I'm sure she is extremely busy, but it seems like based on the collaborations that she did with influencers on previous launches, that she may have not been super involved even when Forma was part of the picture. So I don't see this as necessarily being a bad thing for REM Beauty. I'm just hoping that this is, like I've said before, for her House Labs Rebirth, because REM Beauty did get a lot of negative reviews overall. There were a couple of products people were excited about, but from what I heard from you all in the community, it really wasn't a stellar line. So hopefully, crossing my fingers, Michelle, new CEO, can work with the investors to really do great things for this brand. Brands promoting products through social causes is nothing new. It has been going on for a very, very long time. But in 2023, it is an absolute minefield. And as a company, you have to really know what you're doing and how to approach sensitive topics, especially if you are going to directly sell a product next to one of these social causes. There is not a lot that we agree on here in the United States right now. It is a really, really polarized time, but I can't imagine anybody thinking that we don't have a problem with school in our country. We may disagree on how to solve those problems, but I think we can all agree that it is a problem. So you would think that Biore would know that using a school as a backdrop to sell pore strips is a bad idea. They apparently did not know this.
Thrown countless obstacles at me this year, from a school to having no idea what life is going to look like after college. Supportive Mental Health Awareness Month, I'm partnering with Biore Skincare to strip away the stigma of anxiety.
We want you to get it all out. Not only what's in your pores, but most importantly, what's on your mind too. Anxiety in my life has come in waves. I found myself recently struggling from seeing the effects of firsthand. I've had to intentionally set aside time for prioritizing my mental health. I will never forget the feeling of terror that I had walking around campus for weeks in a place I considered home, with countless anxiety attacks to crying alone in my room at night. My message to you guys is that it's okay not to have it all together. Life continually changes and your thoughts will too. Do things that make you happy and know everything will work itself out.
Join me in Biore Skincare in speaking up about mental health by screenshotting this digital card and filling it out yourself. Every video posted is a step closer to normalizing conversations about mental health.
So needless to say, Biore received a lot of backlash for this ad. In response to the massive amount of backlash, this was their response. Feel free to pause to read it in its entirety. I'm going to just quickly summarize. Basically, they are saying that they've worked with influencers with mental health struggles for the past 4 years because, not because it's a good thing, but because customers have told them that mental health is a big priority and they want to support their customers. Okay, not a fan of how that's worded, but whatever. They do acknowledge that their recent ad was insensitive and inappropriate, which is true in my opinion. They're going to continue to have their mental health mission, but they are promising to do it in a better way. They're taking blame for the mistake and said that they should have better provided guidance to their creators. And a lot of people are having issues with this because they feel like the creator who made this video should have known better than to make such a light-hearted video about such a traumatizing event in her life. In my opinion, there should be like a checklist of the things that you absolutely, in advertising, cannot under any circumstances monetize. One of those things, one of quite a few things, is the death of people. You cannot do that. That is awful. And what else you absolutely cannot do is you cannot compare the trauma involved of going through something like that to removing blackheads from pores. What were they thinking? The tone of the ad was almost like I got a D on a paper rather than I survived a school like, students having stress is a normal thing, but normalizing school and making it sound like la-di-da, like, I'm feeling stressed about this. That's not okay. I mean, I am all for talking about mental health and normalizing mental health struggles, but this is 100% not the way to do it. It was absolutely gross. I'm so glad Biore came out and apologized for it, but I don't feel like based on what they said, they really understand why it was bad, like overall. Like that they're only talking about mental health because their customers say that that's important to them, not because it's actually important. Maybe I'm nitpicking. I don't know. I would love to know your thoughts down in the comments. That was the heaviest thing we're going to be talking about today. Everything else is pretty lighthearted, including this story about e.l.f. We keep talking about e.l.f. and how they basically came back from doing really poorly to freaking crushing it. And the update is that they are continuing to crush it. Net sales are up for the brand, up 78% for the fourth quarter, which just ended in March. e.l.f. marked their, wait for this, 17th consecutive quarter of growth, up to $187 million. The company is crediting both their physical retail outlets as well as their e-commerce for the growth. They're also saying that the 67% jump in gross margin, really? They're also crediting the 67% jump in gross margin to increased pricing as well as cost-saving measures. Because of this, the sales forecast for e.l.f. has increased significantly to see a 38% to 39% increase year over year compared to the previous forecast of 22% to 24%. I'm such a geek. I find this stuff fascinating. Hopefully you do too. This is the last fact. Net sales for fiscal year 2024 are projected to be a whopping $705 to $720 million. That's a lot of glow wands. That's a lot of glow wands, a lot of Halo Glow products, a lot of little bite-size eyeshadow palettes, a lot of $3 brushes. Like, I cannot even imagine how much product they are producing to get these kinds of sales. It just blows my mind. And in the last story in top news, how do you feel when you see a brand recall one of their products? Based on an Instagram post by Essence announcing a recall, it does seem like there are some mixed opinions on this. The product being recalled is the Camouflage Matte Concealer Shade 50 Warm Toast from just 2 batches, 0 DBCB and 0 DBCA. So what happened was they did a quality control and they found this microbiological contamination, and they said that it could cause illness under certain circumstances, particularly in immunocompromised individuals. And they said if you have one of these products that you can bring it back to the place where you purchased it for a full refund. But what was upsetting to me, because I am very strongly opinionated about this, I'm strongly opinionated about lots of things, but this is something I have a strong opinion about, was that there were quite a few comments on this shaming Essence for this. There was one comment that said, that's what happens when you buy cheap makeup. And another one said, you are thanking a company that sold many contaminated pieces and many using them. Plus some wouldn't be able to see this post and keep using. No thanks. I won't be buying again from this brand. And my question is what's the alternative? Them just not saying anything? Because it doesn't look like this is a mandatory recall. It could be. I don't know legal papers, but it looks like it's a voluntary recall. And personally, for me, I would much rather them say, hey, we made a mistake. We realize that a couple of these shades may cause problems for immunocompromised people. Maybe not everybody, but there may be an issue. So if you have those, please stop using them. That's what I would personally rather see. If you think about like the talc lawsuits, one of the biggest complaints of the people that are suing in those talc lawsuits is that the companies like Johnson & Johnson, they claim that those companies knew that the talc was harmful but didn't say anything and continued to sell the products. Would these people rather Essence do that and then somebody get an illness? They don't say specifically what kind of illness, but an illness from it because there's some kind of contamination. I mean, of course, in an ideal world, you would quality check something before you sold it. But if a mistake happens, because let's be honest, companies are run by people, labs are run by people, mistakes are gonna be made. I would personally much rather see a company be honest about it and let people know. Thankfully, there were quite a few comments that seemed very popular that agreed with me, but maybe I'm wrong. Who knows? I'm saying thankfully people agree with me, but I could be wrong. Let me know what you think down in the comments. All right, my friend, are you ready for the massive, huge, epic, amazing product report? So much happening. As I haven't done a product report, I missed 2 weeks. So this is 3 weeks worth of information. So if you see something that came out closer to the early part of May, That's why, because I haven't talked about it yet and I want to share my opinions on some of these things. So let's go ahead and get started, and then we will follow that with a bunch of Memorial Day sales. There's so many companies having sales right now. But let's talk about the products. Here we go. We have the Clionadh Cosmetics Deep Sea Treasures palette. It's real expensive. $93.65, and you only get 8 shades. But this is the thing about Clionadh. They have some of the best duo and multi-chrome eyeshadows in the entire industry, in my opinion. And the individual shadows are quite expensive. They're not very big. They're only like this big, but they're amazing. So I kind of get the price point, but only 8 shades for almost $100 just seems really expensive. I get it, but it's expensive. Along with that, Odens Eye released the George Divine collection. There's 2 15-shade palettes in there, $35.90 each. And then there's also a bundle, which I think is fascinating. This is a very interesting choice. There's the 2 palettes that are in there, of course, and then they released a 9-piece jewelry line, and you get all of it in there. The total for the 2 palettes and all the jewelry is $276, 4 pairs of earrings, 2 bracelets, and 3 necklaces. If you're curious about the jewelry, on their website that's linked down below, they do have a video that does close-ups of all of the jewelry. 2 collabs were launched over the past couple of weeks. We have Heather Austin and Unearthly Cosmetics. I just recently was able to spend a little bit of time with Heather Austin. She is a lovely human. Congratulations, Heather, on your palette and your bundle. It is the Resurgence palette. It is $45. They say it is inspired by Heather Austin's appreciation for the often overlooked wonders of nature. This collection celebrates the ever-changing marvels of the natural world and the captivating jewel tone colors found in beetles. And then in the bundle, you get the palette. You also get a 2-pan highlighter palette with a deeper shade and a lighter shade, and supposedly you can mix those 2 together in order to get your perfect highlighter shade. And then along with that, there is a lip gloss. Price for the bundle is $86. And then Gerard Cosmetics released the Emily D. Baker Allegations and Shade set. It is 3 lip glosses, $75 if you want the box, or it's $69 without the box. Individual glosses are $24 each. And look what I have. So we will be talking about this in PR Purchase Product of the Week in just a little bit. So you remember how I said in the intro that it is Cheek and Lip Week? We are about to jump into that. There are so many brands. It is mind-boggling how many brands are coming out with lip or cheek products right now. I don't know if it has to do with summer, it's a trendy thing, it's a TikTok thing, I don't know, but it's a lot. So we're gonna go through and I'm going to tell you the things that aren't lips and cheeks, and then we'll do all the cheeks together and all the lips together from Sephora. Then we'll pop over to Ulta and we'll do the same thing. So let's start with Sephora, things that are not lips and cheeks. The LYS Lash Confidence Curling and Lengthening Mascara at $19 there. It claims to be long wearing as well as curling, and the curling seems to be like the thing with this mascara that they are focusing on. They say that 88% of users in a customer perception survey said they did not need to use a lash curler. So if you are someone that really wants their lashes curled, maybe this is something that you want to look into. That's the only eye product at Sephora. We're going into face products, but we're going to start with highlighters and bronzers. So let's talk about Give by Gwen Stefani. We have the Check My Glow Multidimensional Illuminating Talc-Free Highlighter. $30, 3 shades. They say it's a gradient of shimmering creamy powders ranging from subtle satin to show-stopping holographic, creating a universally flattering glow. I really like this design. It is so pretty. I like the checkerboard style. Absolutely adorable. They do say you can wear it on the face, the body, the eyes. Love that for them. And then they also released the Pick It Up Cream Contour and Talc-Free Bronzer Duo. There's 5 duos available, $28 each. It is a cream contour and a powder bronzer. And this is the thing that we learned back in 2014 with like the balm, like back in the day, is that when you have a cream and a powder next to each other, it's real important to have like a little door over the cream to protect it from the powder, because if the powder gets in the cream gets all chunky and nasty and disgusting. Now, I cannot see on this that there's a little door on this. Maybe there is, maybe I'm just missing it, but that could be a problem with this product. Going into bougie land, we have Tom Ford's new highlighters. These are glow highlighters, $95 each, 2 shades. One is a little more pink, one's a little bit more yellow. They say it's a luxe highlighter that captures the luminous glow of a fiery sunset over the sea. I love whoever wrote this. Beautiful. Love it. Mirage gently gilds skin with a dusting of light gold shimmer, and Oasis imparts a bronzy radiance for a dimensional sunlit look. Are you sold? For $95 each? It's beyond my price point, but some people, that's their thing. It's just not my thing. There's some lip products in a second that are really not my thing, but let's finish the cheek stuff. So let's talk about Saie, the Glow Sculpt Multi-Use Cream Highlighting Blush. Very smart in my opinion. $32, 5 shades. There's $25 refills available as well. It is a blush and highlighter combo. And we've seen blush and highlighter combos before, but usually they just market them as either blush or highlighter. I think it's smart that they market them as both. Makeup by Mario also just released a cream blush. This is the Soft Pop Plumping Blush Veil, $30, 6 shades. He really does make very good blushes, so I imagine these will be good as well. And then skincare brand, of course, we're in the age 2023. We're all about the skincare infused makeup. St. Jane is venturing into color cosmetics. They have the Luxury Lip Shine Longwear Hydration Lip Oil with vitamin C. It looks like there was one shade before, but now they've expanded it to 7, $28 each. Next up, same kind of deal, Super Goop Lip Shade, 100% mineral SPF 30 hydrating lipstick, $24, 4 shades available there. Then we have from Rose Inc. the Lip Cream Long Wearing Matte Liquid Lipstick with Squalane, $28. There's 12 shades, $28 each. They say it is a whipped, that's important to remember, a whipped pigment-rich liquid lipstick that delivers long-wearing, transfer-resistant, buildable color with a smooth, diffused, matte finish. Packaging is honestly kind of boring to me, but I really like the little pointy doe foot. Very cute there. And very functional. Like, I feel like I can really get up on my lip with those little pointy doe foots. Doe feet? Are they doe foots or are they doe feet? I guess it would be doe feet, right? This is something I don't need, but the packaging kind of makes me want it. It's from Glow Recipe, the Plump Hyaluronic Acid Lip Gloss Balm, $22. They say it's a non-sticky hyaluronic acid infused gloss balm for long-lasting hydration and a juicy high shine finish. Packaging just so cute. I love that color combo. It's a real big thing. I feel like Pacifica started that like a few years ago, but now it's like really hot, that color combo. Fenty has some summer-themed lip products. It's really just a shade extension on their existing lines. There's 2 Poutsicle hydrating lip stains for $27 each, a new refillable case for $15, 3 new lipstick bullets that fit into the case, those are $20 each, and a matchstick color adaptive Cheek Plus lipstick, $32. And this is just the first of many of the pH adapting products that we're going to be seeing today. Quite a few brands are jumping on that pH adjusting thing. Frog Prince just dropped the ball on this one with Lipstick Queen, Forma, Morphe. Like, they would be thriving right now with the pH adjusting stuff if they just existed, but they don't. We do have more lip products to talk about though, especially from Lawless. They've come out with 3 new ones. The Watermelon Forget the Filler products, $15 to $26. There's an overnight lip mask, a lip plumper, and a tinted balm stick. I feel like whenever you can incorporate juicy food into your lip products, anything sweet bakery or fruit theme, you're gonna do well. I feel like people are gonna gravitate toward that. Now, this is the Tom Ford lipstick I was talking about earlier that is just not my jam. This is the Spark Lip Balm, $60. It is a lip balm that hydrates lips with a moisturizing tint for a plumped, sunlit sheen look. At least it's different. I'm not wearing it, but it's different with all the sparkliness to it. That's real weird sparkly. Like, it's like random sparkly. I don't know. That's not my jam, but good for Tom Ford doing something different. New to Sephora from Glossier, the G Sweet Soft Touch Lip Creme, 8 shades, $22. They say it is a demi-matte lip cream that delivers bold, buttery smooth color in one swipe. And then people in the reviews are pissed about this one. Kosas, they reformulated their weightless lip color nourishing satin lipstick, $26. There's 10 shades. And what people are pissed about is they're saying that the shade range is different than what they used to have. And it's like, they love the shade range. Why the heck would you change it? If the shade range was good, why are you giving me all new shades? What happened to the shades that I love? So people are kind of pissed right now. But they may be saved. They may be saved because coming soon, Kosas is coming out with a brand new lip formula. This is the Wet Stick moisturizing shiny sheer lipstick with ceramides. 12 shades available there, $24. They call it a clean, balmy lip care stack packed with squalane and ceramides that melts onto the lips for a sheer wash of color and a touch of soft, kissable shine. I'm wondering, I'm reading all this lip stuff and it's like, how different are all of these things? I would love a side-by-side comparison of all of these. If I had $1 million, I would buy one of each and we would just go through all of them, but I don't have $1 million. But I don't know. That actually sounds like kind of a good video to like just compare different lip formulas because there's so many coming out right now. Other things coming out to Sephora soon. We have the NARS Light Reflecting Under Eye Brightener going for that Becca audience. Very, very smart. $34. 5 shades will be available. They call it an advanced makeup skincare hybrid that illuminates and invigorates the under eye area with brightness that lasts up to 24 hours. It is coming June 2nd. The biggest skincare that I saw in this when I looked at the formula was kaolin. So if you have oily skin, this may be a great one to help absorb some of the oil underneath your eyes. Along with that, there's also some moisturizing ingredients, some hydrating ingredients, some antioxidants, and some anti-inflammatory ingredients. Personally though, like I've said a million times, I'm all about just doing the skincare and then the makeup on top because that way I know that the skincare is getting into my skin before I mess with all of the makeup-y stuff over top of it. You know what I'm saying? Some people don't have time for all of that, so I get the skincare makeup hybrid thing. 2 new shades are going to be available of the One Size Ultimate Blurring Setting Powder, Sweet Honey or Pink Rose, $32 each. It is a finely milled blurring powder for all day wear, 24-hour shine control, and a soft matte finish that will make this 4 shades altogether. Tarte is also capitalizing on the pH stuff. We have the Maracuja Juicy Cream Blush, $30 each, 4 shades there, and then the Maracuja Juicy Lip Plump Shift, $24, 7 shades there, both pH adjusting products. One thing about these pH adjusting products is it always seemed like there was really just one shade that it turned out to be. And of course that shade looked different on different skin tones, but it seems like with these products, there's more than just one shade, which I think is kind of cool. It's kind of an evolution of the concept. This next one I thought was a pH product, but it's not. It's the Haus Labs Mini PhD Lip Oils. I thought these were new. They're not new. It's just mini versions of the ones that already exist. $14 for the minis. Right now, the minis only come in 2 shades. And then one more product coming soon to Sephora. We have the Laneige Lip Sleeping Mask Pink Lemonade Swirl, $25. I'm going to be 100%. Do I need this? No. Do I want this? Yes. I look at the swirl. The swirl is pretty. I like lemonade. I don't need this. Like, it's freaking $25. Like, why? I have so many lip balms and lip masks just like, because it takes me a while to go through them and then I accumulate them because I just want a new flavor. I'm going to refrain. But that just, it's pretty. It's so pretty. Now, this section is when we talk about what is coming to both Ulta and Sephora. Let's talk about the Benefit Hoola WANDERful World Duo Mini Bronzer and Blush Palette. There's 4 different colorways. You get 1 shade of Hoola bronzer because Hoola isn't just one shade anymore. It's like a bunch of different shades. And then a coordinating blush for $24. And then, of course, another blush product, this one from Urban Decay. I've seen this one floated around for a while, but it is finally here. This is the Hydromaniac Dewy Liquid Blush, $22. It does come in 6 shades. They say it's for all skin types, delivers a rosy glow, plumps the cheeks, and offers 24 hours of hydration. Moving over to Ulta, let's get into this Ulta and Little Mermaid collection. This is where we're getting to the eyeshadow palettes that I talked about. We're here. We're finally here. We have the beauty box. It's $20. That's a red flag for me. When you have an Ulta gift set where you get an S-ton of products for extremely cheap, chances are they are a very poor quality. I'm not saying this is because I haven't tried it, but it's a red flag for me. For your $20, you get 1 eye and face palette. It's 12 eyeshadows and 2 blushes, a brow trio with 2 brow powders and a wax, a brow gel, a dual-ended eyeliner, a glitter top coat trio, an eyeshadow primer, a cream eyeshadow stick, 2 lip glosses, a lip balm, and a cream highlighter stick. That is a lot for $20. Red flag. But this may be a good gift for a younger person who is looking to get into makeup because I imagine the pigmentation isn't going to be fabulous. And it's Little Mermaid themed, so, you know, kind of goes with it. Along with the big collection, we also have some sets. We have prices ranging here from $14 to $25. There's 3 liquid eyeshadows with a sheet of stick-on pearls. Those can be used for face or nails. Then there's a lip set with 3 lip stains and a gloss. We have a bath set with 2 bath bombs and a headband. band, a brush set with 5 different brushes. Some are for face, some are for eyes, and then a set of 3 beauty sponges. And then they have a separate eyeshadow palette, $18, 10 shades in the palette. And what kills me about this is supposed to be an epic movie. I've heard wonderful reviews about it so far. I've seen the trailer for it. It looks incredible. But look at the outside of this. Doesn't this look like a 1987 straight to video artwork? What is happening here? Couldn't they have made it look cooler? I don't know. It's not that the artist is a bad artist. It's just not epic. You would think it's Disney. It's freaking, Little Mermaid. We've been talking about this since January, December, and it's finally here. And this is the art that goes with it. Just doesn't seem to complement the movie. You know what I'm saying? Moving on from that, we have from Beauty, the Hydro Blast Finishing Powder, $39. It does come in 6 shades. They say it is skin blurring and powered by skincare with a cooling sensation thanks to 52% water, which is very interesting. 5% niacinamide and hyaluronic acid for a mattifying experience that brushes away shine but doesn't dry out the skin. That sounds very nice. New from KVD Beauty, we have the Dazzle Flakes Vegan Metallic Eye Pigment, $24. 3 shades. They say it gives eyes the prismatic shimmer of KVD Beauty's viral Dazzle Stick in a versatile wet, dry, loose crystal formula for multi-dimensional metallic intensity. We have CoverGirl continuing their Lash Blast line of mascaras with the Cleantopia mascara. And if you were thinking to yourself, don't they already have a clean mascara? Oh yes, they do, but now they have the Cleantopia mascara, $14, 3 shades. And if you're asking yourself, what is the difference between the clean mascara and the Cleantopia mascara? Apparently, the clean mascara is for a natural look. The Cleantopia is an extended version. What did they call it? They called it an extreme version. So there you go. That's the difference. L'Oreal has released a brow product in their Infallible line, 24-hour volumizing mascara for brows. $14, 7 shades. I love the little wand on this. It is a nice size. It looks like it's got little plasticky bristles. The thing about this one, what's going to make or break it is how goopy the formula is. If it's a goopy formula, if it leaves clumpies in the brows, it's not going to be any good. But if it can put on the right amount of product, I think this one's going to be really good. From Tresluce Beauty, we have the Bronzed Elista Hybrid Putty Bronzer, $22, 4 shades. They say it's formulated with meadow foam seed oils, all the skincare infused makeup, and skin smoothing properties known to help with the appearance of fine lines. I don't know if you're going to get that in a bronzer, just saying, but we'll go with it. They say with its unique transition, bronzer sets on its own and gives flexible coverage. See, that's cool. I don't know about skin smoothing properties for fine lines, because that just sounds a little like something you need a retinol for. Not a bronzer, but when it's something that sets on its own, see, that sounds cool. And then they also released the Playa Dreams Duo Highlighter, $26, 3 different duos available. One side, this is like earlier, one side highlighter compact is cream, and then the other is powder. And I'm looking at it is there a little door? Is there a little door? Because one picture look like there's a little door, and then the other pictures, maybe they lifted up the door so they could get a better picture. I don't know, but there may be a little door on this one. That would be good if they do. They say the formula is buildable. It's made with nourishing vitamin E, leaves a flawless multi-dimensional finish. You can wear them alone or together. And then we just have 3 more things I want to talk to you about. The Kylie Cosmetics Matte Lipstick and Creme Lipstick. I really thought these already existed, but Ulta's telling me they're new, and the internet seems to be telling me they're new, but they don't look new. Are these new? $23 each. 10 shades in each formula. I don't know. And then Natasha Denona released 8 new shades of the I Need a Nude Lip Crayon, $24, 15 shades altogether at this point. And then Benefit Lip Butter Balm Moisturizing Lip Balm, $19, 4 shades. Freaking love this packaging. It is so cute. It is absolutely adorable. All right, my friend, we have made it to PR Purchase Product of the Week. I have a bunch of PR to share with you. Buying makeup has not been a priority for me. I have had a lot going on in my life right now, so I am just kind of relying on PR to try recently. And this is one that I really want to share with you. I have not shared anything by Alter Ego with you in a really long time. What they do is they create color stories that look oddly similar to other color stories at much higher price points. So this is the Midsummer palette. And you can see that is, might look familiar. And I personally am not a fan of the people over at ABH. They're not kind. I'm not a fan of the people who run the company. I'm just not a fan of ABH anymore. Used to be one of my favorite brands. So getting my hands on this, being a similar color story, is kind of nice. And the thing about Alter Ego that I think they have over other brands that create these dupey kinds of palettes is that the quality is also there. Like when you get other brands, sometimes like they look the same, and then you touch them and they're like, yeah, it looked the same, but it's not performing well. Let me swatch some of these for you. This is what I'm wearing on my eyes today. I'll swatch the colors that I'm wearing on my eyes. So I have this shade Tuscan, this shade Solstice, and this shade Vanilla. So we'll do the matte shades first. They're just buttery. And then we'll do the shimmers that I'm wearing, the shade Pollen. This one is called Festival, and this one is called Twilight. Now, of course, I don't own the ABH version, so I can't compare it next to it, but these just go on like freaking butter. Like they go on the eyes really nicely. They blend really well. I can't speak to lasting power yet because this is really legitimately a first impression, but so far so good. I'm really enjoying it. And I've always enjoyed Alter Ego's palettes in the past. My lip color today is actually the shade Solstice mixed with the lip gloss I'm going to show you in a second. And then I have the shade Festival tapped in the middle. So speaking of that, let's get into the Gerard Cosmetics Allegations and Shade Set. I will link Emily's launch video down below for you. I did take them out of these cute little boxes that say Law Nerd on the side. So cute. If you don't know, I interviewed Emily quite a long time ago on the channel, so it's cool to see her collabing with someone that I love, Jen Gerard. She's a lovely, lovely human. So it's nice to see, you know, two people that I've interacted with kind of coming together to create a product. So these are the colors of the lip gloss. This is the one that I'm wearing today, and if you've never used a Gerard Cosmetics lip gloss, this is the thing that has been the thing for Gerard Cosmetics lip glosses. This is what happens when you open a Gerard Cosmetics lip gloss. Yes. So when you're in the club and you're dancing, you can see what you're doing in the mirror like this, and you can put it on with the mirror and do the thing if you're in a dark spot. Like, what? I love that they still do that after all these years. This is the only company I know that does light up lip glosses. They're so fun. So of course, this one is just the clear. There really isn't a whole lot going on. There's a tiny, tiny bit of sparkle in it. A little tiny bit of a vanilla cake scent, but it's not overpowering at all. I'll swatch the other two for you. So that one was called Facts. This one is called Objection. And then this one is called Hearsay. I'm going to double swatch Hearsay just so you can really see the color. Here they are. Ignore my burn. This is still healing. I burned myself on my oven, so just ignore that. But those are the three shades. They're very Emily shades, and it's just a really nice non-sticky gloss. It's a good gloss. Is it anything that's like head and shoulders better than every gloss I've ever used? No, absolutely not. It's a gloss. But the packaging is fun, and they're good, solid glosses. And then finally, last thing I want to show you, I have to show you the PR package for this because it was so freaking cute. I was like, what am I getting? What is this? This is from Essence. They sent us a little oven. It's a little cardboard oven. And then you open this up and you take the thing out and look, it's baked blushes. Aren't they cute? So I use this one. I'm dropping things. I use this one up here today. This is the shade Rosy Rosewood, and I will swatch that for you. I'm trying to think of like the texture on this, like how I would describe it. It's very smooth and it's not dusty at all. And there's the way that it swatches. Of course, it looks so opaque, and that's the way it goes on onto the cheeks. You want to really take a light, fluffy brush for these. You don't want to put it on with a real dense brush because the pigmentation is definitely there. You don't want to overdo it because then it takes a little bit of blending in order to like get the color to blend out. But it does blend out relatively easily, but go in with a light hand on these because they are very pigmented. So with the sales this week, I almost just did like a montage of all the photos I have of all the sales, but then I realized not all the information is in all the photos. So if you're looking for a good Memorial Day sale on makeup, get out your pen and paper and take some notes because it is a lot, okay? Let's start with the Allure Beauty Box, okay? If you're interested in that, they're having a Memorial Day sale with 50% off your first box with code SAVE50. Derm Store is also having their summer sale. They have tons of stuff over at Derm Store, 20% off using code SUN. This is running through May 31st. Then we have from Fenty, 50% off select items. That ends on May 30th. Pacifica, 20% off site-wide using code SUNSHINE20. Singe Beauty by Angie Newquist is 20% off site-wide using code Memorial Day 20. It is her first sale. Congratulations, Angie. So excited for you. Then we have Iconic London, 40% off, no code needed, ends on Monday. Peter Thomas Roth up to 60% off with code Memorial. Pharmacy up to 51% off. ColourPop 30% off site-wide. Catrice 25% off of everything. Essence 20% off using code SUMMER. Danessa Myricks, see I told you a lot. Danessa Myricks, buy one get one 50% off of her glow products. Viseart up to 60% off. Clinique 30% off all makeup. 30% off of glowy products at Smashbox. 25% off for friends and family over at Kayer Weiss. Then we have up to 40% off at Perricone MD. Up to 30% off at Laneige. 25% off at Strivectin. See, this is why I was going to do a montage because this is out of control. This is the most sales I think even at holiday time, I don't see this many sales. This is nuts. We have up to 20% off over at Makeup Forever, 20% off site-wide at Laura Mercier with 50% off of sale items, 25% off of summer must-haves over at MAC, and then we have to flip the page. We have 30% off over at Sigma, 30% over at Lancome, 25% off over at One Size by Patrick Starr. And then let's talk about what's going on over at Ulta. We have 15% off of makeup purchases. It looks like all makeup is included, including prestige brands, which is great. You're going to use code MAKEUP15 at checkout. Does end on May 29th. But if you miss that one, they are doing 20% off of one qualifying item until June 3rd, but it is not good on prestige cosmetics. It's just the drugstore-ish side, and not good on fragrance either. You're going to use code 539848. And then finally, also going on until June 3rd is their Gorgeous Hair event. 50% off just select brands. Go over to Ulta's website to see what deals are happening right now. And that, my friend, was What's Up in Makeup this week. Thank you so much for watching, and thank you as always to the What's Up in Makeup Facebook hunters. Their names are scrolling below me. Thank you so much for all of your submissions this week. I would say 90%, maybe 95% of all of those sales came from the hunters. The story about the recalled product came from them. I mean, they do such a nice job just kind of keeping an eye out on the internet for me, and it's nice to have many sets of eyes around looking out for what's happening. So thank you so much for all of your submissions this week. I appreciate you so much. Our chat today will be at 10 a.m. Eastern Time. We'll be hanging out, talking about makeup. Hopefully you can join us. If you can't, it's no problem at all. You can always catch it on the replay by going to my channel page and clicking on the live tab. That's where all my live streams are housed. You can also find it in the What's Up in Makeup live stream podcast, which is linked down below. Or if you're subscribed to the channel, it's just in your subscription feed. It's very easy to find. But if you want to hang out a little bit more right now, YouTube should be recommending a couple videos for you over here to watch, including last week's mini episode of What's Up in Makeup. It was kind of long, but it's a mini-ish episode. We didn't have a product report, but lots of top news. That'll be linked down there for you. If you don't want to watch that, YouTube should be recommending one for you at the top based on your viewing history. But if you do need to go right now because you got stuff to do, no problem. Thank you for hanging out as long as you did, and mad love to you. And I will see you in a video very soon.